Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list updates. Today's date is Monday, August 15th, 2022. So this will have covered the week of August 8th through the 14th of 2022. So this was not a super productive week, at least in terms of the number of trophies, and I really only played one game at all this week. But like I had talked about last week, I knew I was going to be kind of busy this week, just not necessarily much with work stuff, more with the fact that my family was here for my dad's birthday. So it was a little bit busier this week in real life, and all of my gaming time was spent on Black Ops 3, but as you will see here, 86% completion of the base game. Now, I haven't done any of the zombies recently, but I did actually play a round on the Giant to sort of warm myself back up into it, because I'm going to be starting to look for a group for all of the zombies trophies very soon, because the base game is nearly done at this point. So the first thing I did this week, I finished off all the accolades. I think I already had those done though. So I actually finished the entire game on realistic. So yeah, it had a few tricky parts. Don't get me wrong. It had a few parts that were rather annoying, rather tricky. I want to say, let me think back for just a second. First two missions weren't too bad. Third and fourth missions weren't too bad. No, wait, fourth mission is the one with the giant trees. The giant tree section was kind of obnoxious. That one took me probably the better part of an hour to get through because I kept dying. And if I can give a suggestion for your loadout, you absolutely want to use the Draken sniper rifle with the thermal scope, FMJ, the extended mag, fast mag, and I think you can have like one or two other attachments on it. I definitely recommend using that. Your secondary can really be anything, though. It doesn't really make that much of a difference because you're pretty much only going to be using the Draken. But along with that, you're also going to want to, for your two sort of special abilities, I guess you could call them, I guess gear modifications, whatever they're called, you're going to want to use the one that gives you a revive because it's extremely useful. It'll actually bring you back if you go down, so it's basically an automatic revive. Very, very useful. Highly, highly recommend using that because it basically gives you 2 tries at every checkpoint. Also, not everything one-shots you like I thought. In the vehicle sections, you don't get one-shotted. Your health's about the same as it would be on a veteran run. And sometimes you'll take like a glancing blow from a round coming from like a talon or something and it won't instantly kill you, which is really, really nice. So it wasn't as bad as I expected, but there were still some tricky parts. That was one of them. The 5th mission has that really, really annoying room that's full of robots and all the electrical panels. That one is not a good time. 6 wasn't too bad. 7 has basically infinite spawning enemies, which makes a couple of the times where you have to use the bolt driver or whatever it's called a couple of times. It's a lot more difficult just because of the infinite enemies. So it just takes several tries. Sometimes it's just kind of trial and error and brute forcing your way through. You want to use the camo to run past enemies, and then in that mission you use the camo to plant the bolt and hope that you can get away without getting shot. Then, let's see, Mission 8. Mission 8's not too bad. That's the one in the frozen forest, sort of. Well, not entirely. That one's the one that's more of a flashback. Then in Mission 9, that's the one on the aquifer. That's the one where you're in a plane or a VTOL jet for some of it. That one's not terrible. It's got a couple of trickier defensive portions if you're not really careful about it. Then the 10th mission has that boss fight at the end, which took me several tries because it wasn't as much the ship that kept killing me. It was just when it launched missiles, sometimes I couldn't get away from them, and the rats would spawn at kind of bad places. And then the final mission, the first maybe quarter of the final mission is pretty brutal because there's a ridiculous number of enemies and a bunch of like walkers and stuff that you have to kill that get really, really annoying. But once you get like into the coalescence building, it's not that bad because the rest of it, you're not really fighting much in terms of the bigger or armored guys and stuff. So it wasn't a terrible experience. It was annoying at times for sure, but it wasn't that difficult. It wasn't as difficult as I expected it to be. So we'll just say that. I was able to do the whole thing solo, which means you guys will be able to do it all solo. But if you're definitely going to be struggling a lot with it, definitely get a group together. Because if you have 4 people there, they can all be shooting at the same time. I don't think the game changes like the number of enemies or anything. So doing it in co-op is certainly going to make things much easier. So let's see. So got some old trophies here. Lots of old trophies. So Personal Decorator, let me update on that. I've got, I think, 7 out of the 11 decorations done. All I have left is I need one more fabrication kit. And the weird thing about the Accolades one is that the Accolades decoration unlocked before I finished all the Accolades. It unlocked after I finished all of the, I guess you could say, unique accolades, but I was still missing a few of the no death runs, and I mean, I didn't focus on those because I knew I was going to have to get those for veteran. So I don't know why that one unlocked early, but right now the only accolades I'm missing are 1 or 2 of the no death runs, and once I do that, I will get my last fabrication kit to purchase my last item. So that'll be 2 decorations knocked out there, or that'll be 1 decoration knocked out there. Then another one is, of course, the farming all of the kills with each weapon. That's just a massive grind that I'm kind of saving for last. There's several places you can do it to where it shouldn't be too bad. You also have to finish all the challenges, and some of those are going to take a while just because they come down to using a lot of the cyber cores, and there's some of them I just really haven't used. But as for veteran no death runs, I have finished missions 1 through 4 as well as 6 through 8. And I will say that this game can be a rather buggy mess at times. On 2 separate occasions now, I have gotten to the later parts of missions on either realistic or the veteran no death, no checkpoint reset runs. Several times now I've gotten toward the end of a mission and then the game ran into some kind of issue. On one mission, the game just randomly crashed out of nowhere. No, wait, it wasn't that it crashed. It lost connection to the internet, because for some reason you have to play this thing when it's connected to the internet. It makes no sense. It's like one of the strangest things I've seen. So because of that, it ended up kicking me out, and this game doesn't actually allow you to, when you're doing this online version of it, it doesn't allow you to actually restart from your most recent checkpoint, which is just so weird. I don't understand this game's design with all that. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, that happened, and then on 2 separate occasions, I've gotten screwed over by the game just completely glitching out and like messing up the pathway. Maybe an enemy doesn't spawn correctly or something, to where it just blocks my progress and I've had to restart missions. So that's happened a couple of times now. It's really, really annoying because that's the kind of stuff that is out of the, I guess, control of the player. That's stuff that isn't the player's fault. That comes down to the game functioning as it's supposed to when you purchased it. So I've gotten kind of annoyed at that, and it constantly has me worried about the remaining missions. And then as for the veteran no death runs, mission 9, I don't think it's going to be awful because it's not that long of a mission. Honestly, it's not super long of a mission. Mission 10, I'm a little bit concerned with, especially with the final battle. And then Mission 11, I'm definitely concerned with that introductory section. I'm going to be trying them all solo at first, and hopefully I don't need any help. But Mission 5, I already failed on once in the giant electrical robot room, just because in that room, you know, they charge at you and they one-shot you on veterans, so they explode instantly. And even with the revive, that's only 2 chances, and they still almost instantly kill you when they shoot at you. So I don't know if I'm going to need help with those or not. I mean, I'm going to at least try them a few times, but I know I'm going to probably get pretty frustrated if we keep up with that. And I'd like to get this game, you know, as done as possible, just to be able to say, hey, here's Black Ops 3, here's my now 2nd rarest platinum trophy when it unlocks. So got this as well, finished the training simulator. The game actually has a glitch available in it if you have 2 controllers that allows you to be invincible when you are in the training simulator. I highly recommend doing that because the gold rating really isn't the problem, nor is the earning, because it's for earning like 35,000 points or something, or 25,000 points. It's really not that bad. You can do that on Recruit, no problem. The problem is you have to finish it on realistic as one of the decorations. So I highly recommend looking into that nice little handy glitch in the game, because I'm sure I could have done it eventually if I really wanted to sink time into it, but I just really wasn't interested in continuing to keep retrying it over and over again. I was getting too frustrated. I've tried this one just on and off, like once or twice, just randomly to see what would happen. No luck with it yet, but I'm not, looking at a guide for it or anything yet. That one I also am going to need to look up how to do, but it doesn't seem to be as rare as some of the others. And yeah, so that is it for the progress I've made, but it's been pretty substantial. So just, I think, maybe 10 more challenges, and obviously all the weapons grinding, and 4 more missions on Veteran without dying or restarting a checkpoint. And Black Ops 3's base game will be complete. The DLCs, I'm expecting something like 10 hours for each DLC. Because I haven't done any of the Easter eggs at all in these, so let's see. Shangri-La, that's 2 hours. Moon, that's an hour. Moon, that's another hour. Origins, that's probably 2 hours even getting carried. Ghost gave me a method for this one that I'm going to try. Salvation, this is at least another 10 hours because of this trophy right here is really painful because you have to get to a pretty high rank to be able to do it, or a pretty high round. The rest of it probably isn't awful, though. Actually, no, that one looks pretty bad, because I think he said that one has like 11 enemies you have to kill. And then, of course, there's the Easter egg. Apparently, Descent is actually not that hard, except for the Easter egg. So, apparently the miscellaneous trophies on this one are easy, but the Easter egg is just brutal. Zetsubo no Shima and Derizen Drak I've made some progress on in the past. So, yeah, I would say that progress is going very well on Black Ops 3. I'm going to be pretty close to being done with it by the end of this week, hopefully. So, sync up our trophies. Level 792, 37%, 23,945 total trophies, 639 platinums, 4,034 golds, 6,368 silvers, 12,904 bronzes. Plans for the upcoming week: Black Ops 3. That is the plan. Though I've actually worked on my listing just a little bit, so for now, Black Ops 3 is, of course, the #1 priority. But I'm actually going to bump up Uncharted 3 because I want to kind of get that one done and stop even having to think about it. Just try to get that one done in August or September so I can stop mentioning it and get it off the list permanently, because I can still get a few trophies in it. Not that many, but I can get a few of them. Then in September, GTA 5 and The Division. So there's the Division mention for your bingo card or drinking game if you're crazy enough to do that. October, Division 2 and Dead Island Riptide. If I decide to ever do Division 2, Dead Island Riptide won't be a problem. November, I'm currently saying Conan Exiles DLC, if I don't get it sometime before then, as well as maybe that's around the time I go back to the Outer Worlds. And then December and into 2023, COD Classic, Shadow of the Colossus, and other random old games that I still need to do. I still have not actually started on what I was planning to do for Platinum number 650, but I might actually just go ahead and do Black Ops 3 for number 650 and do that Platinum for 666, because it's a horror game, and it's a really, really bad horror game, and it would qualify quite well for 666. I don't know if that's a tracked milestone on PSN profiles, but that might be a fun way to do it, just to get it very accurately, because I should have Black Ops 3's Platinum finished within the next couple of weeks. So that is my current plan for this upcoming week. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell if you haven't already. As for videos and streams, they should be normal this week. However, next week, so not the week of the 15th, so starting today, not this week, but next week, so starting on the 22nd, I am actually going to be out of town for that whole week. I actually leave on this coming Sunday, so that'll be Sunday the 21st. I leave on Sunday, and then I don't get back until Friday night, so pretty late Friday night. I am traveling for some work-related stuff. I'm actually going down to Houston. So if anyone is in the Houston area, let me know, and let me know stuff to do and all. because I'm not going to be extremely busy down there for entirety of the days. So yeah, I'm going to be in Houston for a week, and then after that Friday, that Saturday, I'm planning actually to drive back up to North Carolina for Saturday and Sunday and come back to South Carolina on Monday because Lizard Guy's going to be home for a few days. So me and him are going to hang out a little bit. So that weekend isn't going to have any streams, and that week will have videos, but they will have been, pre-recorded and preset to upload, because I'm not bringing my actual laptop with me because I got to bring my work laptop, and let's just say that United is not the best when it comes to being able to carry things on, and they're also terrible at losing baggage. So I am not looking forward to flying in these current conditions because I know it's probably going to be terrible, the flight part of it. I'm very excited for Houston because I've never been to Texas, so I'm very excited for that. Just not looking forward to the flight part of it. So just keep that in mind, guys, that not this coming week, but the week after will be that way. Hopefully a trophy update still goes out on next Monday, but I'm not going to make any 100% guarantees on videos and schedules for that week. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you back here for the next one.